Again, you're watching today on eNCA DSTV channel 43. Thank you very much for joining us. We have a very busy half hour in this third and final hour of our Tuesday edition this afternoon. Let's take you now to London. Boris Johnson's replacement as UK Prime Minister will be announced on the 5th of September. Last week, Johnson was forced to step down after a frenzy of more than 50 resignations from his government. Nominations open and close today. The UK is also experiencing a heat wave which will continue throughout the week. I understand also parts of Europe, mainland Europe, have also been having a bit of a heat wave in the last week or so. Now let's get an update on the politics and weather now from our UK correspondent, Olly Barratt. Olly, good afternoon. Thank you very much for your time. Just give our viewers here in South Africa a little bit of a view on the latest developments around the race for a new British Prime Minister. What's been happening?
Well, Dan, as you were saying, nominations open and close today. And what that means is that those Conservatives who want to be the next leader of the party and therefore Prime Minister have to have secured the backing of at least 20 other fellow Conservative MPs by the end of the day. And if they have that backing, they can then go forward into a ballot, which will start tomorrow, where other Conservative MPs vote on who they want to be the next leader. That ballot will then whittle down the field of around 10 or 11 candidates, we're not quite sure yet, down to a final 2 over the next 2 weeks. At that point, that final 2 then go to the Conservative Party membership. So that's around 100,000 paid up members of the Conservative Party up and down the UK. And as you were saying, once they've had hustings and debates and the ability to make their case to the wider Conservative Party membership over the summer, there will be a vote of party members, and the announcement will come, we're told, on September the 5th. And whoever wins the leadership of the Conservative Party will then become Prime Minister, we expect, on September the 6th. So that is the day when Boris Johnson would go to the Queen and officially hand in his resignation as Prime Minister to her, and she would then invite the next Conservative leader to form a government.
Okay, so there's still some way to go. Interesting times indeed, but September is not that far off. Just a quick one on Boris Johnson. So he's still in 10 Downing Street as a kind of a caretaker PM.
That's exactly right. He held cabinet today with effectively caretaker cabinet ministers. He's trying to show that the government can continue to function during this time, but the opposition Labour Party is saying that it's chaos and that he should go now. There should be a general election. There won't be a general election any time soon. And then Boris Johnson, it seems, will stay in place, as you say, until September the 6th, when that handover to the next leader happens.
Okay, the UK heatwave, let's just shift gears now from politics to weather. How bad is it?
Well, it's warm today. We're talking about temperatures up in the high 20s, early 30s across the UK. We saw similar yesterday and the day before. But what's really worrying officials is that heading towards the end of the week into beginning of next week, things are going to get really hot. And there is speculation that the UK's highest ever temperature could well be recorded. The record up to this point has been around 39 degrees. If it does go over that, then we will see a new record. And it's looking like Monday is probably going to be the hottest day. The forecast is at the moment saying it could be more like 36 or 37 degrees on Monday, but even that, they say, is a real danger, particularly in a country like this that isn't necessarily set up for temperatures like that, to the most vulnerable. So the youngest people, the oldest people, people who are working outside, that kind of thing. So officials are telling people to be very much prepared for the weather that is coming, whether or not we do indeed end up breaking those records.
Yeah, I heard there were also sort of heat waves in some other parts of Europe in the last week. Please do take care. Heat waves, I mean, are not good things. People can suffer from heat stroke. Now, Olly, before I let you go, I feel like I know you because I've spoken to you on this platform, thankfully to eNCA, over the last few years, many years I've been on this channel. And I'm sorry that you're dead. I saw you tweeting just 2 days ago, day before, you were tweeting about the sad news of your passing of your father. And he was a veteran broadcaster. That's Mike Barratt. He passed away at a very good old ripe age. Good innings at 94. Our condolences here at eNCA on your loss.
Thank you, Dan. And yeah, he was a broadcaster that I looked up to, but I also know that a lot of people in my trade did as well. He had an amazing career, really, that inspired me. And one of the things in the obituaries that have that people have very kindly written about him. They often mention his reporting for the BBC in apartheid South Africa, his reporting in what was then Rhodesia. He also interviewed Albert Schweitzer in what is now Gabon. He edited a newspaper in Nigeria back in the 1950s. So strong connections with South Africa and with your continent. And by the way, he used to watch eNCA very often when I was on. So he's very well aware of your work as well.
Yeah, we are trailing him. We are following on his footsteps. I mean, I understand he also presented the BBC's nationwide program for several years, and he became a household name across the UK. And thank you as well for reminding us about his connection to South Africa and the rest of the continent where he worked as a journalist. May his soul rest in peace. Thank you very much, Olly.
Thank you.
That's Olly Barratt, our correspondent in London, just giving us a sense of the politics and the weather there with the heat wave. And we use the moment as well just to pay tribute to his late dad, Mike Barratt, a very renowned broadcast journalist in the UK, also worked in different parts of Africa during his time. He passed away just 2 days ago at the ripe age of 94.